Last night, I finished watching Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and some interesting twists took place in this film. I was on the edge of my seat when Godzilla was getting his ass kicked by the epic three-headed King Ghidorah. Godzilla even began foaming at his mouth from getting so much shit kicked out of him. But from this came a pretty cool ability. Somehow, Godzilla was able to seemingly emit his atomic breath throughout the pores of his body, causing a sort of shockwave that blasted King Ghidorah off of him. And from this, Godzilla began taking control of the battle, swinging King Ghidorah around by his tail. And as King Ghidorah attempted to retreat, Godzilla blasted it with his atomic breath, causing it to fall into the ocean, nearly dead. Now, the Futurians were a part of this film, folks who came back in time to deceive humanity, telling them that it was Godzilla who was going to be their enemy, when in fact, their aim was to go back to the island where Godzilla originated, plant there bioengineered beings that they created, that will then be stimulated by the nuclear energy that created Godzilla, and from this, King Ghidorah would emerge. And indeed, this is what they achieved. But of course, the battle didn't necessarily go to their plan, as they were deceived by one of their own, a character from the future as well, who was with them, who in the end decided to have a heart for humanity in modern times. She took advantage of some resources within their ship, and eventually from all this, their ship was transported into the vicinity of Godzilla, where then Godzilla blasted his atomic breath through the windshields of the ship, destroying it and those future folks in it. However, Godzilla was now evil, and he started wreaking havoc on Japan. People were terrified, and Godzilla was overwhelmingly powerful, more so than anything they've seen yet. Now, the character who had to do with these changes of tides from the future was still alive, of course, and upon witnessing Godzilla wreak havoc on Japan, she decided to once again transport into the future and resurrect King Ghidorah, but this time with the intent of stopping Godzilla and preserving modern times. So she found its body in the ocean, and to my surprise, this was the introduction to MECHA King Ghidorah. She then traveled back in order to fight Godzilla, as she was now in complete control of MECHA King Ghidorah. It made for an epic battle, and the two monsters fought vigorously. The female, all this time, was in the cockpit of MECHA King Ghidorah, taking some heavy hits there as well. But eventually, the two monsters made their way away from the city, only after MECHA King Ghidorah shot grappling hooks at Godzilla and began zapping the shit out of him. From this, it flew away with the clamps still attached to Godzilla over the ocean. But as expected, Godzilla blasted it while in midair with his atomic breath, sending them both to the depths of the ocean. This is where they both seemingly died, and the female from the future escaped. But here's the thing, at the very end of the film, we see Godzilla in the depths, and we notice some subtle movements, and then we hear a groan. So it seemed to me that he was still alive. But yeah, it made for a pretty cool film. Have you guys seen it? It's the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, made in 1991. It's damn cool. Check it out if you haven't yet. It can actually be found on Hulu as of right now. But hey, like this damn video if you haven't yet. More videos to come. Peace be with you.